Hello, Tony.
How you doing, mate? You alright? Thanks again for doing this. It's appreciated.
Thank you.
That's no problem, mate.
So, how are you today?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. You know, getting on as I usually do. Just another day in the office. This is the humble abode. I probably spend more time here than I do with my family, but yeah, this is where the magic happens.
Do you ever miss your family when you're working?
All the time. Well, yeah, you do. I mean, me and the missus have we split up a few months back. Nothing I want to or allowed to say on here, but yeah, I miss the family, you know. But you kind of get on with life. This is my life, boxing. Yeah, I get more joy out of this than anything else.
So, would you like to tell us a little bit about why you got into boxing?
Well, it's been running through my blood for years. My family, they've all been involved in boxing one way or another, apart from my nan. Yeah, so it's always been there. I've always kind of knew the industry. I've always felt like I'm an honest promoter, and it's kind of gone from there. Now I have my local stable, and we're building ourselves up. And this is why you're here speaking to me, I'm guessing.
Yes, it is. So, what is an average day like for you as a boxing promoter?
I'll get up early, try and go for a run. My mantra is, if I'm going to have a go at my boxers not going to the gym before a fight, I've got to be fit myself, you know. So I go to the gym now and again, I go for a run. That'll be the first thing in the morning. Try and get in the office for about 9, sometimes 9:30. And then I'll be emailing promoters. I mean, I'll email Eddie and Frank, Warren, just anyone who could do business with me. But the problem we have with promoters now, and I don't want to get too much into this, is they don't work with each other. I mean, I've been trying to get my boys on Sky Box Office, been trying to get them onto Box Nation, and you know it don't happen, and it's a waste, because I've got some of the hottest prospects in Britain, if not Europe, if not the world. And do they use them? No, they don't, because they're just interested in themselves, and it's killing boxing.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about these prospects?
Well, you know, I've got a few boxers on my cards. And Andrew Smith is he's something to behold. He's a middleweight. He's 3-0.
What does that mean?
3-0 means he's had 3 wins. I suppose people will be watching this show not knowing about boxing too much. What channel is this on?
It's going on YouTube.
So he's 3-0, and he's on his way. I mean, he's a middleweight prospect, and to be honest with you, I think he's more talented than most boxers out there. They talk about Carl Froch, talk about George Groves. This lad has got it all. He'd beat them tomorrow. The only reason you've not heard of him is because, like I said, these promoters won't reply to my emails.
My name's Andrew Smith. I come from London, and I enjoy boxing, obviously.
Do you have a nickname?
I don't like nicknames, mate. I don't see why people use nicknames. It's just stupid, you know what I mean? Well, why would you call yourself a nickname? Just call yourself your real name.
One of Tony's other prospects calls himself the Man-Eater.
Oh, fucking Man-Eater. Yeah, is he? I think Tony needs to have a word with him, to be honest with you. Man-Eater. Give me a break, mate. Give me a break.
So what do you think about Tony as a promoter?
He's a brilliant guy, do you know what I mean? He said to me, like, oh, you're alright, mate, you're alright. I've done 3 fights, I've won 3 fights, right? I'm alright. And Tony was coming up to me and he was saying, oh, do you know what, Geezer, you're alright, you are. You're going to go places and that. And I believe him, because there's something about him, right, that just makes me think, yeah, he knows, mate, he knows. I think he gets me, do you know what I mean? Like, he gets me. And he was just saying all these things like, oh, you hone your skills up more, you become the best boxer, and I believe it, mate.
So, where do you see your career going?
I'm not too sure at the minute. I mean, if I listen to Tony, I reckon it'll be alright, but at the minute for myself, I think I'm steady, I'm going at a steady pace. Not too bad.
What shows have you got upcoming?
So we've got what I call World War 3. That's what the show's called. Not actually World War 3, but if you let any of my boys get at you, it will be World War 3. So that's at the Corn Market Hall in Kettering. We're sold out, yet again. And yeah, it's going to be a good show. I don't think. Maybe there are. Or maybe look. If anyone, I don't know what's on YouTube. If anyone's watching this on YouTube and it's before the show, I might be able to wrangle a few tickets. But we're pretty much sold out, as they always are. You know, my boy's got a big fan base, and his company's got a big fan base, especially locally, and probably moreover. So yeah, that's the big show on Saturday night, and really looking forward to it. It's going to be a great night of boxing. So here we are at the Core Market Hall, ready for tonight's big night of boxing. All the young fighters going to be here. Andrew Smith, who we met earlier, is going to be fighting. It's going to be a good night. I mean, no one's turned up yet, but they'll all be in their drives soon, so let's get happening. Yeah, today going down the gym, going to see a few of the young boys train. It's good for them because it means they get to see the boss. You know, the boss is watching them, so they better behave. We're going to see local prospect Andrew Smith, who I spoke about earlier here. He's coming up. Yeah, you know, he's a good fighter, and it'll be good for you to film. Yeah, good for you to film. Yeah, you alright?
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just doing this now, so I'll call you in a bit because we're in a bit of a rush and they're filming.
Right. Well, obviously David, he's pulled out now, hasn't he? His dodgy toe
That's
so he now got the contracts for Klitschko.
Yeah, well, we're working with them, and I said I'll call you, but I'm doing this, so yeah, I'll call you. Okay, all right.
Make sure you do this time.
Yeah. All right. So that's another fighter we got on our books, Charles McManus. He's they're not all superstars. You know, there's a saying about Muhammad Ali. It's called floats like a butterfly, stings like a bee. He floats like a butterfly and he stings like a butterfly. Anyway, let's get going.
Well, I'm Charles the Man-Eater McManus. I'm a boxer. I've boxed for a few years now. I'm 27. Yeah.
And what's it like working with Tony Mcfrancis?
It's all right. You know, he's obviously he's a promoter. He knows I'm the next big thing. So yeah, he's make sure puts me in the right direction.
How many jobs has he got you so far?
No, well, I've had, you know, number of fights now. It's all been good.
So, what is your fight record?
Officially,
Yes, please.
0.
Do you want to tell us a bit more about that?
Well, there's not much really to say, is there? Obviously, referees, they're in the back pocket. You know, all comes down to this at the end of the day. Obviously, a few of them are tripped. You know, any normal referee would just say, yeah, it's all right, just carry on. But they weren't having any of that, all that. Know what I mean?
So, where do you see your career going from here?
Klitschko.
High ambitions?
Not really. I mean, I've already been speaking to Tony. Date's all set. It's happening.
So, what other boxers do you like, or how many have you had feuds with?
I think the fighter that you've really got to give the utmost respect for, you know, truly terrific fighter, you know, absolutely amazing, was Leon Spinks. And I think you probably have to go with Audrey Harrison as well.
You were talking about how no one replies to your emails. Would you like to tell us more what you think about the industry at the moment?
It's like I said before, people don't work with each other. You know, I mean, I'll tell you a story right now, and I don't want to name and shame him, but it is how it is. I've sent many emails to Eddie Hearn, many emails, and I've had one reply, right? And this went on for maybe 3-4 months, trying to get one of my boys a fight, a world title fight, you know, and he wouldn't respond to me. I mean, he would have made all the money for all the people from Kettering, all of his fans. They would have gone to Manchester, wherever Eddie Hearn wanted to do the fight, and they would have watched it. And then, a few months later, I get an email from Eddie Hearn's secretary who says, "Stop emailing, we're calling the police." I mean, it's ridiculous. He knows I'm a promoter. I've tweeted him. He followed me once, so he knows that I'm a boxing promoter. He just doesn't want to work with me. Maybe his boy's scared of my lad. Maybe that's what it is. Next question.
think we've got ourselves a champion.
Have you or any of your boxers had much press attention?
Yeah, you know, the local rag, they'll put us in. They've done that a few times. We use social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I don't know any others. They're all on that. Yeah, it's pretty good. We did have, a while back, we had an incident with one of them, you know, I'm not going to name him, but one of our boys who went on a night out till 4 in the morning, came in and put something, you know, racially upsetting on. Got a lot of stick for it. I got a lot of stick for it. You know, it weren't me doing it. I was tucked up in bed, but you know, we're over that now. But yeah, mostly good press. I'd say. Yeah, I've got a good relationship with him.
You mentioned before Andrew Smith. What press do you think he'll get, and what are your plans for him?
Hopefully a lot. You know, I think anyone who watches this boy fight will want to talk to him. You know, I'm surprised you're not doing it. That's an idea, actually. Maybe you could speak to him. To be honest with you, he's a middleweight. He's a small middleweight, but he's a middleweight, and I'd like, hopefully, to get him to fight Manny Pacquiao next year in Macau. And I've tweeted Bob Arum a few times now. He hasn't got back yet, but you know, he's of an age where he uses these things, but not a lot, I think. So, yeah, I'm waiting to hear back from Bob Arum. I want Manny Pacquiao fight next year, and I think he'll do him. And I think he'll be the next big superstar. And then, you know, I hope the boy's not scared of heights because he's going straight to the top.
So I'm here today outside the solicitors. I'm going to be re-signing a contract with young prospect Andrew Smith. It means he has more months with the company. It's good for him. It means he makes more money. We get more fights. He wins, I win, the public wins. Everyone wins, really. Oh, here he is.
How you doing, mate?
How you doing, mate? Young prospect Andrew Smith, 3-0, on his way to stardom.
All right, mate.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So how are you feeling about today? It must be exciting.
I'm alright. I've had my morning protein shake.
Yeah, just protein. You're all
organic.
That's mate. The thing about this boy. He don't take forming arts and drugs. He's not like them.
That, mate.
Not like them fighters. Not like them fighters. He's clean. He's ready. He's ready for action.
I've been lifting a few sets of weights today just to get a bit more defined, feel ready. I don't want to strain myself because if people strain themselves, mate, they can't even like swing a punch, mate.
This boy's ready. This boy's ready for the likes of Chris Eubank Jr., Gennady Golovkin. We're ready for it all.
I'm not too sure about that at the minute. Cause I feel
he's very sure. See, he's modest. This is the thing. Not only is he going to be a world champion, not only is he going to be popular, but he's modest as well. And that's exactly what you need in a fighter. Anyway, let's get this done.
All right.
I've been trying to get TV deals, right? I spoke to Channel 5, they didn't want to know. They went with someone else. They showed their own boxing, which was awful, if you've seen it. Now I'm talking to Dave, or Deja Vu, because I think, you know, I know they show a lot of, repeats of Top Gear, but, you know, a bit of boxing after Top Gear. I think, you know, most of the men I know watch Top Gear and watch a bit of the boxing. I think it works well, so I'm trying to talk to them at the moment, but it's a long process, but yeah. That's my thought on pay-per-view. I think it's ridiculous. If we do get a TV channel, we won't be charging. Apart from if we get the Manny Pacquiao fight, that'll be a bit different. But then that'll be out my hands, won't it? You know, I'm not going to draw myself for money. But most fights, no, I don't think they should be charged at all. Not at all.
No. But then why do you charge for tickets?
Well, I have to. Come on, mate. It's a business. You know, we got to hire the hall out, which isn't cheap. And these boys need to get paid. And they do get paid. And I need to make a living as well. Obviously, I take my cut. I don't just do it for the love. I do love the sport and I love my boys, but I've got to make a bit of money as well. So that's the way it goes. And when you're selling out the core market, you know you're doing something right.
So it's been about 3 months since we last spoke. What happened?
Well, I got rid of Tony, didn't I?
Why?
Well, because I don't know if you read the newspaper, mate, but basically, it was just taking money off me, and I couldn't have it, mate. I'm now with someone called Frank Warren, and I'm really doing well for myself now. He's really getting me on the right road to success. So when I found out about, you know, Tony taking away all my money and that, all his contracts he made me sign, I went to the local newspaper so everyone will find out about him. Do you know what I mean? I'm definitely going to get more recognised now that I'm actually on TV. I'm almost a superstar, do you know what I mean, mate? And as long as I keep taking these protein shakes and that, and I'll keep going to the gym, I'm going to get further and further. My career's going to get, I reckon, quite high.
You spoke to your past promoter since the fallout?
No, I ain't spoke to that twat. I don't want to speak to him. Or he'll probably like ask me for some money or something. Do you know what I mean?
Are you annoyed about the revelations in today's paper?
I'm not annoyed. I'm just disappointed. You know, I was with that boy for many years, and this is how he treats me. It's disrespectful. He went off to Frank Warren's promotion, and now he's obviously been advised by someone to sue me, which, you know, that could go through the courts. It's wrong, by the way. I'm not allowed to say much about it, but it's absolute, you know, codswallop, as the French say. But it's rubbish. And now, you know, our local paper that I've always trusted has now gone and put that headline in. And the most disgusting thing of all is it says something about, oh, boxing promoter knows he's in the wrong. Knows. I mean, that's slander. Anyway, I've got stuff to do. Thanks for coming in. Alright, we'll cut there, yeah?